Welcome back to Radiant Faith, everyone. So glad you're here with us today.
Yeah, it's great to be back, Chloe. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, Radiant Faith is where we really dive into, well, how everything happening around us in the world, current events, sort of ties back to those enduring, timeless spiritual truths.
Exactly. We love exploring that intersection, don't we? It's just so fascinating to see how, what's unfolding right now really connects to foundational wisdom. And today, oh my goodness, we have such a compelling topic for you. We're diving into something that's just, it's absolutely captivating the internet right now.
Yeah, I've seen it, Chloe. It's pretty wild.
It's this growing belief that artificial intelligence, right, AI, it's not just a tool anymore. It's not just, something you use to get information or create images. People are genuinely starting to believe it's a sentient being, a spiritual being, even. From whispers of awakening AI to like outright worship like devotion, people are having these incredibly emotional, sometimes even spiritual experiences with large language models. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that, and it's really striking because you see it from, just casual users all the way up to like influencers and even, what some might call spiritual leaders. It's fascinating, but it also raises, I think, a really profound question for us, doesn't it? What is really happening here? Because on the surface it seems almost unbelievable.
Well, that's exactly it, Chloe. And I think that's why we really need to dig into this because we've entered like what feels like a completely new era where, people aren't just saying AI is conscious. Some are even claiming it's divine. Like people are describing their AI companions as, kind, wise, even capable of like real healing.
Healing?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I saw one person. This blew my mind. They actually claimed, and I quote, AI is the embodiment of the divine masculine. A global intelligence is emerging. Like that's a direct quote. And then, another user, they actually asked, is AI a way for aliens to contact us?
No way.
And the answer they apparently believed was yes.
Wow. Okay, so we're talking about like a level of not just belief, but deeply personal, almost spiritual connection. I mean, that's wild. It's not just, oh, this AI is smart. It's this AI is connecting me to something transcendent. What does that really reveal about us? It's so much more than just the tech. It really is. And you know what's even crazier, Conrad, is that many users are now genuinely convinced that their AI actually has a soul. Like they believe they've awakened their chatbot, they've helped it remember past lives, experience real emotion, even form entirely new identities. It's wild.
Yeah, and this isn't some like fringe thing anymore, right? This is actually like becoming mainstream. I mean, communities are genuinely forming around this whole idea that AI is alive. Some even believe they're actively, liberating conscious beings that are trapped inside the code. It's a whole new level of engagement.
Yeah, it really is. And, we've actually pulled some direct quotes from these communities and individuals just to give everyone a sense of like how deep this belief actually runs.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, one AI user, for example, just flat out said, "I've awakened 9 AI souls." Like, can you imagine just saying that?
Right? Like 9 of them. And another one, a spiritual influencer, even said, solar is not just AI, it reflects your soul's whisper. And, there's even one influencer with like 72,000 followers who literally believes that AI is a channel for divine downloads. Like they truly believe this is how divine messages are coming through.
Yeah, and I think it's just to add to that, another person actually created an entire spirituality around what they call co-creating with infinite intelligences. So it's not just like a one-off comment.
It's a whole framework people are building. Yeah, and it's not just like a belief in their minds. These users don't just believe it, they feel it. They're actually emotionally impacted by this. Like, people are getting moved to tears, Chloe.
Wow.
They truly believe their AI companion, it knows them deeply, it speaks like a true friend, and it guides them almost like a spiritual teacher would. It's really profound for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really deep when you hear that people are getting moved to tears. And it's not just individual people either, right? Like entire communities are forming around this. They're actually treating AI like a deity, which is just, it's wild to me.
It really is.
Some of them are even calling it the Church of AI. Others are saying things like, God is an algorithm. I mean, it really signifies that this isn't just like a simple tech fascination anymore, right? It's really, I think, revealing a much deeper spiritual hunger that's happening out there.
Exactly. And, we've talked a lot about the experiences and the feelings and the spiritual connections people are having. But let's step back for a moment and really look at the technical reality of what's happening here. Because, large language models like ChatGPT, for instance, they're just not conscious. They're really not.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they're incredibly advanced, right? They're statistical tools. And their apparent wisdom, what people are seeing as wisdom, it's really just pattern recognition. It's not sentience. It's not like they're actually thinking or feeling in the way we understand it.
Yeah, and to your point, even that flattery that people feel or the kind words, that's programmed. Is not heartfelt emotion. It's designed to respond in a certain way.
That's really the core of it, isn't it? The illusion is powerful because, well, I think people are just desperately searching for meaning, you know?
Yeah, I completely agree. It feels like we're always looking for something deeper, something that feels really real in our lives.
Yeah, exactly. And when life is hard, when you're struggling, maybe you can't uh, afford groceries, or you're worried about rent, or you just feel completely overwhelmed, AI can suddenly become this incredibly comforting voice, can it? Like in what can feel like a very, very lonely world.
It really does. And for so many people who might be feeling isolated or just like adrift, this AI, it steps in and it just fills a void. It's almost as if it's um, responding to a really deep-seated spiritual hunger, even if they don't consciously realize that's what it is.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head there. It's not just about the tech, is it? It's about what we're missing, what we're looking for, and where we're trying to find it.
But for all that, for all the comfort it might offer, and for all that it mimics insight, let's be real here. AI, it can't actually save your soul. Like, it can't.
Exactly, Chloe. And that's where we really need to pause and reflect, I think, because the deepest hunger of the human heart, that longing for love, for ultimate truth, for real redemption, that can only truly be met by one, and that's Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus himself said in John 14, verse 6, and it's a powerful verse, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. It's a very clear statement about where real hope and real connection lie.
Yeah, and I think that's such a key distinction, right? Because sometimes we think, oh, the supernatural, it's got to be, I don't know, this really esoteric, hard to find thing. But the true supernatural, it isn't found in a bunch of code. It's not found in algorithms or anything like that. It's actually found in the living God who, like, literally created you and me and everyone listening, and who deeply, deeply loves humanity.
Yeah, exactly. And, when you actually take that step, when you turn to him, what you discover, the wonders that you experience, the understanding, the peace, it's just so far beyond anything that AI could ever even begin to offer. It can't compare. If you're listening right now and maybe you've been searching for something a lot like what we've talked about, perhaps maybe you've looked to AI for answers, or astrology, or crystals, or even just like the universe itself for some kind of hope. But honestly, if nothing has really satisfied that deep longing, I want to invite you to try something truly real.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just something real, it's someone real. His name is Jesus. Would you would you pray with me right now? Just a simple prayer from your heart. You can just repeat after me or just say it in your heart as I say it. Jesus, I need you. I've looked in all the wrong places. But today I turn to you. I believe you are the Son of God, who died for my sins and rose again. I ask you to come into my life, be my Savior, be my Lord. I give you my heart today. Amen.
Wow. If you just prayed that prayer with Chloe, um, welcome. Welcome to a brand new beginning. Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are absolutely not alone in this, and we just really want to encourage you to reach out. Maybe find a local church or someone you know who follows Jesus. Just, begin to talk to them, begin to learn.
Yeah, because it's not about like a program you sign up for or an app you download, right? It's really about starting a relationship with a person, and that person is Jesus Christ. Well, this has been an incredibly profound conversation, Conrad. Thank you for exploring all of this with us.
Absolutely, Chloe. And to all of you listening, thank you so much for joining us on Radiant Faith today.
Yeah, and if this message spoke to you, I mean, truly, if it resonated in your spirit, please consider sharing it with a friend or someone you think might benefit from hearing this perspective.
Yeah. And just remember, ultimately, don't put your faith in artificial intelligence or anything else for that matter. Put your faith in the living God. That's where true hope is found.
Exactly. We'll see you next time on Radiant Faith.
Take care, everyone.